Sometimes I wake up and I want to be vegan. I eat healthily all day and I feel pretty smug. Then other days I wake up and I want chocolate, I want sugar and I want Prosecco. So I've developed recipes that you can have every day. My saintly recipes are filled with nutritious, delicious ingredients, and my sinner recipes are filled with all the things I love: butter, sugar and cream. The ultimate sinner recipe has to be my Morteza showstopper cake. It's filled with everything I love, including chocolate and Maltesers. It's a bit faffy, but it's well worth the effort. So let me show you. In here I've got muscovado sugar and caster sugar and butter, and I'm creaming it so it's super light, soft and fluffy, so it will take a while and you want to keep scraping down the sides as well. I've got 4 eggs and I'm going to add a little bit of egg to the mixture and some flour, because that will help it stop curdling. And then you want to combine the egg back in. I do it in 2 stages, and I find that really helps to keep the batter soft and fluffy. Whilst that's mixing, I want to talk to you about what's in this bowl here, because I've been melting some chocolate and some dark treacle and a little bit of vanilla. I've lined 3 baking tins, greased and lined. I'm just going to go freestyle and pour it in. Now these are going to bake in the oven for around 18 to 20 minutes. I've got some buttercream and I'm going to start by filling a little bit of the centre with this lovely, beautiful, soft and silky, fluffy buttercream. And then using a spatula, I'm just going to take it to the edge. I'm going to pop on my top layer. The thing I love about this cake is what I'm going to show you right now, and it's the Malteser topping. I'm going to make them even more glamorous by putting some gold luster spray on. A sinner showstopper Morteza cake. I've baked some sinner brownies filled with chocolate, butter, walnuts, delicious. But I've also baked some saintly brownies filled with cacao powder, coconut oil, cocoa nibs, moist and lovely. But let's see who's a sinner and who's a saint today. So I've got some brownies for you. You can pick left or right. Would you like to try?
Okay.
So have a bite and I'll tell you which one's which.
Yeah.
But I want to see if you can tell the difference. So if you grab one, I know which is which. One's a saintly brownie and one's a sinner brownie.
All right then.
Jesus, we should know this, shouldn't we?
I'd probably say a sinner.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And you, my friend, are a saint, because that's got coconut oil, cocoa nibs and cacao.
That's sweet.
Fine.
It's nice.
Right.
Well, you're a saint, because that's got cacao powder, cocoa nibs and coconut oil. You're definitely a sinner today.
Yay.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, you're a sinner today, young lady. So this is a saintly brownie filled with coconut oil, cacao powder, so it's actually got loads of really good, nutritious ingredients. Let's try a brownie. Oh. Can't win them all. It seems there are as many saints as sinners on the street today. And now for my top hacks. My top hacks are: hack number 1, no good at decoration? No problem. Grab yourself a cookie cutter and some sprinkles. Place the cookie cutter on the cake, sprinkle on, and lift off. Voila! No gluten-free flour? No problem. Grab yourself some gluten-free porridge oats, some cocoa nibs for flavour, and blitz. Gluten-free flour. Want to know the best way to make a peanut chocolate cup in 3 stages? Pour melted chocolate into your cupcake cases. Crunchy peanut butter, then freeze. And final layer of chocolate and freeze. When I feel like a sweet treat, a warm cuddle, but a healthy one, a saintly one, I reach for my banana bread. It's vegan, if you're that way inclined, and it's moist and delicious. Now, the way you make it is you use some soy margarine, or you can use a low-fat margarine, it's entirely up to you, and some stevia, which is a low-sugar sugar. In here, I've got some chai seeds and cocoa nibs. And I've mixed them with a little bit of water. Now, the brilliant thing about chai seeds are they're an egg replacement, because what happens is when you add water to them, they go gelatinous, which is great if you're not using eggs, and they're also really, really good for you. Got cocoa powder, self-raising flour, and you can also use a bit of spelt flour if you really want to be healthy. 2 bananas, nice and ripe. And to add some sweetness, I've got some agave nectar, which is a low GI. Very good for you, very sweet. So around 50 ml. You can be super generous. And I'm going to blitz this up. Then you want to add your chai seed and cocoa nib mix. Lastly, your flour and cocoa powder. Into your loaf tin, and I bake this for 20 minutes on 180. Once it's baked, cooled and sliced, all you have to do is enjoy. Earlier on, I had the pleasure of meeting 3 very talented television presenters, Miceal Murphy, Rachael Downie and Torie Campbell. I thought it would be fun to set them a Saint or Sinner challenge. Here's what happened. So this is your Saint or Sinner challenge. In one of these envelopes, there is a saintly challenge and a sinner challenge and a wild card. So Torie, would you like to pick an envelope for me? Thank you.
Good one.
So let's see what we've got. And it is Sinner Chocolate Souffle.
Oh, nice.
Most people dread making a chocolate souffle. This one is super indulgent, so it doesn't rise as much as a standard souffle would, but it tastes amazing. So in here I've got melted chocolate and butter. First of all, what you need to do is separate 3 eggs. So I'm going to put the egg white into the bowl, because we're going to whip that up, and that's what gives the souffle the lift. When you're whisking your egg whites, always start on a slow speed until it gets frothy, and then you can whack it up. So, chocolate and butter is cooling. I've got my egg yolks, which I'm going to add to some sugar, and then I'm going to hand whisk that. Miceal, I love Glamour magazine, and I read in Glamour magazine that they called you TV's most stylish man. What's your biggest and best stylish tip?
I mean, there's so many tips. I suppose the most basic one that I could suggest is dress the size you are, not the size you want to be. And I think if you do that, that's the first step in getting your style right.
Definitely bear that in mind. Now I'm going to add the chocolate mixture into the egg mixture. Torie, I read on your website that you're a petrol head. Is that a good way to describe you?
Changing a little bit because everything's moving forward, and you could say I'm an electric head, so to speak, because that's how things are moving. And I love the new technology and the way that the automotive industry is moving, and I think you've just got to embrace it. So, yeah.
Rachael, presenter, producer, and I know you're working on show Ballsy Women. Provocative title.
It is. We're filming the 2nd series at the moment. And it's just so great having 4 female presenters. So it's obviously only female only. And we're just interviewing loads of different people from the sporting industry. Foot golf we covered.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but a lot of fun. So yeah, no, we're trying to bring new sports to the forefront as well, and like show everyone, educate everyone. So yeah, it's great fun.
Oh, fabulous. Just going to add in some delicious chocolate spread to my souffle. Give that a whip. Once that's all mixed in, I'm going to fold it into my egg whites and then put it into ramekins and bake for 12 minutes. Now you've seen how it's done. The challenge is it's over to you guys to make your own chocolate souffles. But the twist is you're going to choose one extra ingredient from the pantry and then you're going to make your souffles. But the good news is we get to eat them.
Right.
Now.
Okie dokes.
Oh wow.
And they look like have they got coconut in them?
Oh, I think we're gonna have
Oh, definitely coconut. I absolutely love coconut.
white chocolate chips.
Oh, so good.
Oh, Belgians. No, toffees. No.
Can I try that?
Yeah, no, chocolate toffees.
I'm gonna go with these.
Oh, and I want to take everything. Don't even know why I got white chocolate chips. Don't even like them. I'm really worried about the separating. Oh, it's all gooey. Oh! Oh no! I found it really difficult to separate the yolk from the dribbly bit. I don't even know myself.
You started already?
Do I put the chocolate in there?
I'm not. You're ahead of me. I'm not helping. The thing was, I'm not a competitive person, but when you get something like Rachel on one side and Torie on the other side, you get a little bit competitive.
Oh, I can't remember where I put the chocolate. Oh, this is why I'm not a chef, because I would just eat it all. Okay, so these in here. Right. Well, I think I just bunged it all in one, but it was a nice recipe to do, wasn't it? Are you supposed to know that this is done because you can put it over the top of your head? Is that right?
Yes! Torie, it looked amazing at what she was doing. She did everything first.
Torie might have got hers in the oven before me. Doesn't mean they're better than mine.
Am I supposed to be whisking this?
Well, I've too much stuff in my ramekin. Where's your mix gonna go? You know, you've got to put your mix in there as well. Are you just doing a marshmallow souffle with no egg, sugar, or chocolate in there? What am I talking about? I've never made a souffle in my life. I don't know why I'm... Yeah, no. Do you know it's done?
It's more done than mine, yes. I don't know.
Oh, no, tell me which goes which. Okay, it's payback time. Okay, I get it.
Oh my God.
Yours is in the oven already? I heard that when you mix up a kind of a meringue mix, it should be stiff enough to put over your head.
I'm really impressed with that. Ta-da! Underneath all that goo, we have got coconut meringue. I just want to dive in. I finished first. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. I think it's because I just bunged everything in together.
What? They don't look too bad. Ooh, look! I made a souffle. Well, hello. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Do you know what? That was amazing. I am well impressed.
Look at that! Oh! Clearly mine's going to taste the best, it's going to look the best, it's going to be the best. It really isn't. Just a disaster. Look at these! I'm sorry, but I'm very impressed. Oh, they smell so good. Don't look pretty, but they smell so good. Ta-da!
Well, that was so much fun. The only question that remains is, are you a saint or a sinner? See you next time.